we're live. Good to see all of you. Hope you had a wonderful week. And I don't know about you all, but I'm ready for the weekend. I've been so busy since I got back. And I'm really excited to spend some time this weekend with my friend Shannon, who's here with me tonight of SleighArts. She is our resident FPP expert, and we are starting this new sew-along Whimsy Wonderland adventure from Tomte Studios. So really excited about that. This one's been in the works for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were going to do it back in January, but we had some stuff going on and we just couldn't sync up our schedules. And so I said to Shannon, I don't know what, a month or two ago,
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't want to wait anymore. We need to plan this
We need to get it on the calendar. Let's go.
because I want to make it. So I'm going to pull up a picture and show you guys what the whole
Ooh.
quilt looks like. Hi, Del Marie. Good to see you. Let me share my screen. Shannon, can you see that?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So this is what the whole quilt's going to look like at the very end. So how we're going to work this is one time we'll be on my channel, which will usually be a Saturday, but I'd forgotten about this, to be honest with you, when I had scheduled the quilting cruise wrap up this Saturday. So we moved it to this Friday, but typically it will be on my Saturdays with Steph live. And then we'll do a second block the next day on Shannon's channel for her brunch at 11 a.m. And this is all Eastern time because we're in the Eastern time zone. So that's what it's going to look like. And tonight we're working on this block right in the center, the dress block. And Sunday we're going to work on the rabbit. And I've been sitting here all day looking at this rabbit going, wasn't it a white rabbit? He's not white. But I understand they had to take creative license because of the fabric, you know.
Yep. Yep.
So anyhow, let me see where I'm at here. Get back to the screen so I can see y'all. All right, I'm going to say hi to everybody's here. Del Marie, I already said hello to you, but welcome. Bettina and Patricia, Donna, great to see you. And Ingrid. Ingrid and I just
Ingrid
got
the
back.
ham.
Yeah, Ingrid the ham. As I mentioned before, Ingrid and I just got back from the quilting cruise. We had a wonderful time, and we can't wait to tell you guys all about it. We're going to talk about what we did, how we experienced it, and you know, Ingrid might have a different perspective than I do. And we're going to talk about the things that we thought we should have with us, or maybe not have with us, or you know, all the things. We're going to talk about all the things, the ports, the sewing, the everything. So I hope you'll come over tomorrow night on my live, 5 p.m. Eastern time, right here on my channel, to hear all about the quilt cruise. I know before I went on the quilt cruise, I had a million questions because I've been to a lot of retreats, as you guys know, but I've never been on a quilting retreat. So it's a little bit different, sewing at sea. So I definitely want to let you guys know all about it in case you've been looking at one for a while, and maybe it'll help you decide to go or not to go. All right, so I've talked a lot already. I'm going to let Shannon talk for a minute and let her tell you what's going on in her world and what's coming up on her channel because she's got some things.
Some things and stuff. Yesterday just released the second episode on the 718 coverlet, which was 10 little like basically half square triangle stuff, but 10 little blocks that are in that. There are 69 total blocks, but many of them are duplicated throughout the outlay or the layout of the quilt. So it's not quite as daunting as it feels. And a couple of the blocks are big, like 14-inch blocks. So yesterday was the second episode of that, which is really fun because I'm turning what is a traditionally pieced and an applique top into FPP. Ooh, imagine that. I'm turning something into FPP. I know, it's shocking to hear.
Well, I did say you were the resident FPP expert.
But it's been fun, and I've enjoyed looking at that book. There was a book done. It's a British. It was actually made in silk, and it's like a big deal in the museum that it's at and everything. So the book has been fun to look at. It's literally just called the 1718 coverlet. As exciting as that sounds. And then so I'm excited about that. That'll be a weekly thing on Thursdays. Then we're doing this yes, Saturday I get to be a fangirl and be on with Stephanie and Ingrid to talk about the cruise and my little portion of it of helping out. And then Sunday we'll be here on for the not so white rabbit, which is awesome. But also tomorrow, or today is Friday, right? Oof, boy, the week goes by.
I know.
Tomorrow morning, registration for my first virtual retreat, which will be me actually running the retreat by myself. The registration for that is going to go live tomorrow morning. I'll do a little video announcing that it's live and then giving the link so everybody can run and go sign up for it, because
awesome.
It is a bring your own FPP retreat. So that FPP pattern that you really liked and you bought and then you thought, oh nope, not gonna do it, I'm intimidated, I'm scared, bring it, dust it off, dust off the layer of dust, break it out and come hang out with me and 15 other fun folks who have done the exact same thing, are in the same situation as you are, and are intimidated by whatever FPP pattern they have. And it could be anything. It could be legit kits. It could be quiet play and pride and joy and Dejong and all of the FPPers that are out there. It could be anything. Yeah. And anything that's intimidating, or if you just have a simple block and you just want to try it, that's what this is for. But you definitely have to have a camera so I can see the issue that you might be having and the question that you might have, because if I can't see it, I can't help as effectively. So gotta have the camera, and so that'll go up tomorrow, and I'm super excited about that and nervous. Oh, that's technology. I just hope everything goes right. That's really the thing I'm nervous about. Is is it gonna go right? But yeah, that's all the things and bits that I've got going on.
Awesome. It's gonna be great. I know it. I can't wait for it.
It'll be fun.
So can you remind us of the date of that one again? Sorry.
Yes. So it will go live tomorrow. The retreat itself is the last Saturday of July. So I think it's the 27th.
Let me look real quick. I'll look at the calendar.
Yeah. Ish, around there.
July, the last Saturday you said?
Yeah, July 27th.
July 27th. Yeah.
Woohoo! So yep, and it'll be 10 a.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. Eastern. So we'll be able to jump off of that and get right onto Stephanie's. We want to make sure that we're able to support Stephanie right afterwards. So
thank you. Okay, so let's see. Jeannie came in. Hi, Jeannie, and Jacqueline and Norma. And then Margie Nell, and she reminded everybody that Moda Blockheads has some free FP patterns. That's true.
Oh, nice.
So if you're new to FPP and you want Shannon to teach you that day, go grab those free patterns from Moda and download them and bring them. And theirs are really simple. I've done a few of them. And so Shannon will have you shaped up in no time. Yep. Ingrid said, I had a million questions too and watched a million YouTube videos about the cruise. Yes.
Yeah.
She did. So, and she got me down the YouTube cruise preparation rabbit hole, but I didn't start that until about a week and a half before the retreat. And I was like, oh, maybe we need this. And Ingrid's like, I got it. Oh, maybe this. Oh, Ingrid's like, I got it. So, between the two of us, we had a whole pharmacy. We had pretty much everything we needed. So it was nice to have two, and I don't mean this in any sort of way because we're both German, but two Germans, because Germans tend to be very prepared. So
I was going to say anal retentive, but that's okay.
That's okay, because that's what Keith calls me. So I have no problem with that. He's like, you Germans are very anal retentive. And he can say that because he's an engineer, and a lot of the engineering manuals are written by Germans. And when he has to read those, he loves reading technical books. And when he has to read them, he's like, oh my gosh, they go so into so much detail. He goes, I don't need that much. I just need a simple answer. So it's funny. But yeah, so Shannon's channel on Sunday at 11, and then my channel tomorrow at 5 for the cruise wrap up. So we're going to have lots of fun this weekend. I'm super excited about that.
Nice.
And I'm going to tell you all tomorrow how Shannon rescued me from the airport and all that stuff. So tune in. So right now we're starting the Alice. I'll show it one more time really quick.
Oh, yeah.
The Whimsy Wonderland Adventure quilt. And we are working on, I don't have a printed, so I will show you the picture here in a second. We are working on the Alice dress right now. Pull up the quilt picture. So this block right in the middle, her dress, that's the first one we're doing, because I know there's people who have joined us since we talked at the beginning. And then on Sunday at 11 a.m. on Shannon's channel, we're going to work on the not so white rabbit.
The off-white, the ecru.
Right? That's all right. I can understand why they didn't make him totally white, because he needs a little bit of definition. So that's what the whole quilt is going to look like right there. So if you are interested in this and you would like to grab the pattern, you can put exclamation pattern in the chat, and that will take you to Tomte. If you click on the link, it'll take you to Tomte Studios, where you can see this whole thing. And now they have it now where you can buy each block or you can buy the whole thing. When we got it, we bought the whole sew along, so we have the whole thing. So if there's like one block that you really like maybe you love bunnies and you like the bunny block, you can grab that.
That'd be a sweet pillow. That'd be so cute.
It would be so cute. Yeah. So, all right. I guess I should start sewing now. Oh, hey there. I love to sew. And guess who, Nancy?
Hey,
welcome. So how was your week been, Shannon?
Rather uneventful. I did get to go see Ingrid last night, though. So we did a little bit of
yay.
slow stitch testing, because we Acu quilt cut some templates with the iron-on backing. The
yeah. How'd you like that?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I really like it. So I'm excited about that.
So good. I'm glad I didn't lead you down the wrong path.
No, I really like how flexible it makes it, because I was really having a heck of a time with the cardstock, just really annoyed with how inflexible it was. Well, that, and I had the wrong needle, so it was kind of a combination of the two. But,
gotcha.
I'm excited about the stabilizer. So slow stitching with Ingrid is the last Sunday of every month. We talked about that last night. So Ingrid will be back on the channel, and we'll be doing some EPPing this coming up last Sunday. So I really need a calendar with like dates on it to hang up behind me.
Hanging in front of you, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be the 20th or the 30th, actually.
Well, there we go. So
yeah, the 23rd is the retreat, and then the 30th. Yeah.
There you go.
30th.
It's gonna
so
be...
you guys, if you haven't seen my short video, Shannon and Ingrid, because they were doing hand stitching the EPP, I was like, well, maybe I'll give it a try. I did it.
And it looks so good.
And I love it. I love it. I know I always said I was allergic to hand stitching, but I think I might actually like it. Now, I wouldn't want to do, to be honest with you, a whole quilt.
Yeah, that's...
Because I'm used to sewing real fast. You guys know that. So that for me would be like killer. But
bring it out when you're on an airplane or you're on a car ride. You've got nothing else to do, or you don't have access to a sewing machine. Heaven forbid.
I know, right? So that was fun. And I actually got a whole hexie flower done. And I'm working on a second one. So I will show you guys that tomorrow.
Nice.
I had plenty of time to finish a hexie flower because I was sitting in the airport for a while, and we'll talk about that tomorrow too. But yeah, so really excited about that. So thank you to Ingrid and Shannon for doing the slow stitch Sundays, encouraging people to hand stitch.
Yes.
Nancy said, love the blocks behind you. They look like designs in a kaleidoscope. Yeah, kind of, huh?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. That's from Table Tastic 2. Gosh, it already left my brain with the block Churchill. The Churchill block. And Stephen and I did a sew along. Those are over on his channel, Stephen of Bland Designs and the Idiot Quilter. And we finished the last bit of it this week, showing you how to put one block together because they were kind of complicated. They were fidgety. But he's already finished a whole entire quilt. I was going to do the whole quilt, and then I got these 3 done, and I'm like, nope, I'm done. I was going to try to do a quilt, but I'm kind of done with these. They sort of stress you out a little bit because even though I'm a pretty decent piecer, I struggled piecing these. So I'm going to put some sashing in between them and turn this into a really good sized table runner and probably auction it off for charity. So
that's awesome.
I shouldn't say for charity, but for my scholarship fund for my retreats. So
yeah. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
All that says to me is, well, that just needs to be made into FPP.
That actually would have been a godsend in this case, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Because number one, I like FPP, and number two, whew, that was rough, traditionally piecing those. They look beautiful. They just were not beautiful to put together.
Yeah. They really are a very cool layout. It's really neat.
Okay, that's your new mission, to turn it into an FPP pattern. Then I can do it again.
There we go. I think that's still sitting in my Amazon cart, actually, now that I think about it. I think the book is still sitting in there.
So we also have the New York Beauty going on right now, and we are getting close to being finished.
I know, it's wild.
I'm so excited about that. I finished the block that we started on Tuesday on the Wednesday sew day. And I was looking at the couple of blocks that I missed that I need to make up. And then looking at what we have left, and I was like, oh, wow, we're nearly there.
So almost done. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm excited about that.
Hold on. I think I have maybe 4 that I don't have to add the outer and inner arc to. I would finish what we were FPPing and put those together, and then I was like, I'll get to the inner and outer later. Oops.
I did that on several of them, and 2 of them that I know I finished, that I had to just do the inner and outer, the black. No idea where I put them, so I'm gonna have to redo them.
Oh no. Oh yeah.
I had a couple of helpers down here helping me clean up, and I think they might have got pitched.
Oh.
But that's okay, because the ones that are missing aren't like the subunit ones, so it should go really quickly.
Yeah.
Ingrid said they're beautiful and would love to have an FPP pattern to make those. Yes, me too.
Yeah. Great practice for me, so I enjoy it.
Yep. Well, and our Ingrid here, you guys that are in the chat, she is a star. If you saw Rob Appel's live tonight, or if you didn't, head back over there for the replay on Stitch in Heaven's website. There was a picture shown of her and Rob Appel because they had fun with their photographer on the cruise.
They had fun. It didn't sound like the photographer really understood what was happening, but
He did not. He thought they were a couple at first, and he was trying to get them into couple poses, and we're like, no, they're just friends. And we were all laughing and being goofy, and I think he thought we were drunk, honestly. And none of us had had a drop. We were just having a good time. But if you didn't see it, Ingrid took, like, they had a photographer outside the main dining room on the cruise. And we'll show you the picture tomorrow, but they took just like awkward prom type style pictures. So good. So funny. And the reason I'm bringing up Rob Appel is because he is having a retreat. So if you are available or to fly in, or if you live in Texas, he's got a couple spots left at a retreat in August 7th through the 11th. And he's going to teach raw edge applique, but you can really bring whatever you want if you don't want to do any of his projects. Or if you have something that, like a raw edge applique project that you've had and you want help with it, he'll help you with it. So if you're interested in traveling to Stitch in Heaven in Texas, definitely check out that retreat because it's going to be a really good time. Shannon and I are going. We were hoping to get Ingrid there, but her work schedule is not going to work out. So we'll miss her.
yes.
But there are a few spots left. So if anybody's interested, I'm going to put that link in the chat below. And what I will tell you, and we'll talk about this more tomorrow too, but Rob is not like other celebrities I've met. He is so down to earth and he's a real person. And he's one of the nicest, most non-judgmental people I've ever met. So I really enjoyed his company. So if you guys can ever, if you can get to this one or any future retreats he has, it's worth it.
He was on my want to meet list.
Yeah.
That's the word. Before, but hearing you and Ingrid talk about it, I'm very excited to go.
Yeah.
Get to meet him.
Well, being in the industry, I've met a lot of people that were sort of bucket list people to meet. And, you know, for the majority, most of them have been wonderful. But they say never meet your heroes. And I understand why after meeting a few of them, because there were a few that I was like, you're not a very nice person.
Yeah.
And I hate even thinking that, but yeah, but he's not one of those people. So, and that was really nice to see because he really could be. I mean, he's Rob Appel.
Yeah. Yeah. Huge.
Ingrid said it was fun being goofy. You needed it, girl, after all that work you've been doing for work.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Needed to just go and let your hair down and have fun, which you did.
Yeah, I was really glad that she wasn't able to bring, like, couldn't access work stuff at all.
I know. She got to sleep. She got to eat, except something other than just M&Ms. She got to like relax. So we had fun. Great. Oops. Just dropped my paper on the floor.
Which part did you start with? Are you going alphabetically or?
Not really. I'm kind of jumping all over the place. I'm on C right now.
Gotcha.
Like one of the straps of the apron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that she does the different hash marks for the different colors.
Yes.
Which is super cool. But I can never keep it straight, so I still write on it what the color is that matches that hash mark.
I do too, but it still makes my eyes stop and go, oh, there's a new piece.
Yep.
Right? So I don't do something stupid and put the wrong color anyway, even though I've written it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that too. Jan said that Whimsy Wonderland is really cute. I think so too. Ingrid said, still had my Sprite though. Yes, you did. I had my Coke. She had her Sprite. We did bring M&Ms.
I love it.
I brought peanut and Ingrid brought plain. And I really love, there was a lady sitting behind us, and God bless her, I can't think of her name. I'm terrible with names. I'll remember her face forever. She was a lovely lady. She turned around and talked to us a few times. I'm so sorry if you're watching and like I forgot your name. I'm terrible. Anyway, Ingrid might remember. And she's like, peanut M&Ms are better than plain ones. And I was like, oh yeah, why? And she goes, because they have peanuts in them, so we can call them protein nuggets.
Protein nuggets. I love it.
I was like, yes, I love it.
Protein nuggets. Oh, that's hysterical.
Yep.
And brilliant.
And what I did not realize is that Rob and the other guys, when they get together for their own like little private retreats, they take a bag of peanut M&Ms, and they did not bring one on the boat. So the one night, Ingrid and I had gone back to the room a little earlier than they did, and they texted me a picture of them eating all the peanut M&Ms, which I was totally okay with. Oh, Evelyn. Okay, thank you, Ingrid. Evelyn. I'm so bad with names. I will remember people's faces forever, but unless it's my own retreat and I have the list of names in front of me and connect them to the faces and keep saying them, I forget them.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Did I say hi to Sylvia? If I didn't, hi. Welcome. I'm glad to see everybody tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed the cruise videos. That was fun for me to make for you and share a little bit.
Oop, what color am I doing? Light blue.
we met a couple other people on the boat that one lady found out about my YouTube channel. And every time she walked past me after that, she's like, "Hi, famous lady." I was like, "Shh." And I was like, first of all, not famous. Second of all,
That's funny.
she was really sweet. I really enjoyed her company.
Got one of her little, oh, nope, I still have the white to do on the bottom corner here, but one of her little shoulders is done.
Oh, nice.
Or is that the lapel? That might be the lapel. I'm not sure. I don't have the picture in front of me.
Mm-hmm. So what fabrics are you using for this sew along, Shannon?
I am using, I thought I had grabbed, well, no, what I thought had happened was I'd gotten the Fat Quarter subscription from the Fat Quarter shop last year. And for some reason, I had it in my head that it was Art Gallery Fabrics, but it's actually Bella Solids. So I'm using Bella Solids.
That's funny.
Yeah. I don't know why I had it in my head that it was Art Gallery. I have no idea.
Well, I'd say it's funny because I didn't know what fabric you're using. I thought you were using Kona Sheen, and I'm using Bella Solids.
Oh, I'm going to throw Sheen in some of the places. Some of the bits and pieces will have Sheen. Not the whole thing.
Let's see. Sylvia said, anyone else doing the dragon fruit quilt along? Lots of FPP in that one too. Starts in October. I haven't heard of that one. Have you?
No, dragon fruit.
What's that one through, Sylvia? I'd love to take a look at it. We do like our FPP around here.
Yeah. And I like hearing about new projects. So
yeah. I am starting in October though, the Art East sew along. It's called 100 Acre Wood. And of course, if you know anything about Winnie the Pooh, you'll know that's Winnie the Pooh. And I'm super, and I just put the wrong color on there. Oops.
Oh.
Shucks. I'm super excited about that one because my son loves Winnie the Pooh, my 6-year-old Luke, who is autistic, and he has a Pooh Bear that he likes to hug when he's not having a good day. So I think he's gonna love the quilt.
Yeah, absolutely. That's sweet.
So I can't wait to make it just to see his little face. He's gonna be excited. Cheryl said, I signed up for the dragon fruit too. I love to sew said, I will be. I'm excited for it to start. Oh my gosh, what is this through? You guys gotta tell us.
Oh my gosh.
We're gonna have FOMO.
Looking it up. I can't wait. Dragon fruit FPP.
Sylvia said, ooh, I've been seeing 100 Acre Wood. Looks wonderful. Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be so, and I love arty stuff. It can be a little daunting at first when you're cutting because the cutting does take a long time because it's little pieces. But once you get everything cut, it's actually not bad. And you feel very successful when you put together one of theirs because it is so many pieces. I even marked on that piece that it had to be white, and I went ahead and put a blue.
Oh, is it the it's a tulip pink dragon fruit block of the month?
Oh yeah. I love to sew that it's through Fat Quarter Shop and it's
Fat Quarter Shop. Yeah.
Okay. Oopsie.
It's got snail tail in it. Very cool.
Oh, that's cool. I'll have to look at that when we're done. That sounds amazing.
I will not be doing it. I have too much to do. I have to say no.
Temptation. I actually said no. I've been doing their designer mystery block of the month every year.
Yeah.
And I said no this year because even though I like the fabric, I was like, I have too much and I didn't love the fabric. I liked it. Yeah. So I was like, okay, that right there is going to make me say no just because I really want to do it, but I don't have time.
Yep.
But I'm going to look at that when we're done because it sounds amazing.
It is cute.
Y'all are enablers. You know that, right?
And we love you so.
We do. We do. Yep. I love it. And I'm glad that you guys are telling us now because I've had people in the past like, and there's nothing wrong with it because they didn't know if I'd want to do it or not, but they'll be like, oh, I'm working on blah, blah, blah. Did you see that? And I'll go check it out and it's sold out. And I'm like, darn. Probably a good thing though, because I would have so many more unfinished projects than what I do.
Right? All right.
I love how for my search history, I only have to put in a few words and it knows like Fat Quarter Shop. Dragon fruit.
I'm just not a fast enough sewer, and there are so many things that I want to do.
Yeah.
Like I have several of my own patterns that I need to get to making.
Yeah.
If I don't get to it, it's never going to happen.
Oh, wow. That really is gorgeous, though. Oh, my goodness. I must resist. But I don't want to resist. It's beautiful. All right. I'll have to think about that one. That's beautiful. Okay, I can see why you guys love it. Oh, it's a good size too. 84.5 by 84.5. So it'd be a nice bed quilt.
Yeah. I've still got to finish Tula's Queen of Diamonds that I haven't even started. I have
Yeah,
no
see that one?
bringing
No. Mm-mm. That's hand sewing, right? EPP?
That's EPP, yeah.
See, even though I'm liking the EPP, you guys got me into it. I even bought the AccuQuilt die and everything. I don't think I'd want to do a whole quilt. You guys are braver than me.
Well, neither one of us have started it, so there's that.
There's that. I'm actually thinking I might make a few more flowers and do some sort of like wall hanging with, and make like applique some stems like raw edge or something,
Oh yeah.
and turn the flowers into like a little garden thing or something.
Sweet.
I don't know. We'll see if I get that far. It'll be a while because, like you said, the hand stitching is going to be for airplanes and stuff.
Well, I'm certainly going to need something to get my mind off of being on a plane. So,
so we can hand stitch together.
yes.
Let's see. Jan says, go for it, Steph. You can do it. You guys are bad. I might, though. I really like it. It's pretty. I shouldn't have looked, but I was like, okay, everybody's seen it. Now I got to see it. Let's see. I love to sew said, I'm not sure if any influencers will be doing it or doing posts on it. Well, is that why you guys are telling me to do it? No,
well,
I'm going to look at it when we're done here. And if I do it, I'll do it on my channel for sure. Ingrid said, we haven't started it, but we did collect all the stuff.
I mean, if they were selling it, we were buying it. We bought all of the templates and the everything. And
did you?
We bought all the things.
That's awesome.
And we've got a store's worth of Tula Pink in bags that are labeled by month, but
yep. Well, you know that there's two hobbies in quilting. There's the actually making of the products, and then there's the collecting and storing of the products. Celia said, I'm doing a cover for my chest and EPP flower garden. Oh, nice. I have a chest too, Sylvia, that my grandmother, the cover on it, she embroidered. And when she passed, I requested the chest because nobody else wanted it. And so I can't ever change it because she made it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But a flower garden would look beautiful on it. My grandmother was not a quilter. She was a garment sewer, but she crocheted and embroidered too.
That's cool.
Yeah. I keep it in my closet with stuff in it so my kids can't jump on it and mess it up.
My mom's mom, who's German, she knit. She didn't quilt or sew or any of that kind of stuff. She knit, but she taught so many of us how to knit. I was like, never mind. I'm just like, no, I'm not trying to fight. And it was all like, she was one of a million. Her sister lived in town. She had 13. My grandmother had 6 surviving children. She was pregnant many more times than that, but there was a million family members who'd been taught to knit. I was like, I'm not fighting anybody for any knitting stuff. Forget it. But my dad's mom is the reason I wanted to go to culinary school. And so I got like cast iron skillets of hers, and
oh wow,
like her enamel cookware. And I had my dad take out of, she didn't have a Hoosier chest, which often the flower sifters are in those Hoosier chests, but she had one of those flower sifters in her cabinet that my grandfather had put in there for her. And I had my dad take it out, and I have it. I'm just waiting. I have plans to build it when I actually have like my forever home, to build it into a cabinet for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Wow.
That means a lot to me. Like,
yeah,
I would have fought somebody, but nobody else cooks. Nobody really cared. Nobody was
Yeah.
interested in it. But I got all of her handwritten recipes and I scanned them in and sent them to all my family members.
Aww.
That's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
I think one day I might write a cookbook with mine and her recipes in it.
Oh, that would be awesome. And you could like give it to some of your family members for Christmas.
Yeah.
And give it to your kids to pass down.
Yeah.
Even if they don't cook, maybe their spouses would someday or something. Sylvia said, I'm close to being done. I have to decide how to edge it. Awesome. You'll have to show us a picture when you're done, Sylvia. That sounds so beautiful. Excuse me. Sylvia also said, well-seasoned cast iron is the best.
It's the most incredible cookware ever.
Yeah. So I got 2 pieces of her apron done. So those will go together like.
Oh,
like
so yeah,
that.
I definitely have her shoulder done then, because that.
Yeah, and then I have the same as you. I have one of her like arm, shoulder, whatever that is. Yeah.
Yes.
Not that. So I have one more of those to do because it's mirror image.
Yep.
And then the big boys. We have 2 big pieces like this. That's her skirt here.
Yeah.
That we have to do. So decided to get all the little pieces out of the way first. And then go back.
Exactly.
And this time I'm going to pay attention to the colors.
I thought that was pretty funny though. We're like, oh, we wrote it down so we don't mess it up. We're like, oh, messed it up.
Yeah, I did. I wrote them on here and I still did the wrong one.
Talking and reading comments and stuff, it gets you.
It does. It sure does. Philip is here. Great to see you. She said, hello, Stephanie and Shannon.
Hey,
slept
Phillip.
in and missed all the exciting sewing. How are you both? We just started at 5:30. You didn't miss a whole lot. I'll show you what I have so far.
Sewing along.
Yeah. This is like bits of Alice's dress, like her apron and like the top of her dress right here. And then I have one of her like shoulders done. And I'm gonna work on the other one now. And then the next piece after that is gonna be 2 of these make her dress. So
Oh, said good chilly morning. Oh wow.
Oh, nice.
There's a chilly.
Let's see. How are you feeling, Philip? Are you feeling any better? She had a cough. Stephanie, Rob Appel mentioned that he will be having a virtual quilt along with a mix of his last 2 fabric lines, New Worlds and Newer Worlds. September 14th, save the date. I know, Ingrid, I saw that. And the first thing I said to Shannon, because we were already talking to each other, that's when we're in Pennsylvania. Everything's like all on the same dates all the time.
Yep.
Oh. Man, I'm a mess. I have fabric in parts everywhere over here.
Before we came on, and he was like, are you going to have an overhead camera? And I was like, oh, I could. Because I had pieces of 3 different of projects I'm working on all over the table.
Yeah. When you're FPPing, like the mess is real.
Yeah.
Because on Wednesday, I finished the New York Beauty block that we started on Tuesday. And after I got done and pulled all the papers and everything out, I looked at my table and I'm like, oh my God, there was like stuff everywhere.
Yeah. FPP is like the glitter of like what glitter is to the craft world.
Right.
FPP is.
Right. That's a really good way to put it. I love that. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
You nailed that one for sure. I never thought about it like that, but yep.
I love it so, but it is messy.
The good thing, the difference between that and the glitter is that it doesn't stick to you.
It's true.
Like the glitter, it doesn't matter how much you clean up glitter, you always find more.
It's yeah. Everybody, there's somebody who's suspicious you might have been at a strip club.
Right? Funny. Let's see. Philippa says, pretty. Feeling a little better this morning, still coughing. She's had RSV. Oh gosh.
Yeah, that's.
I feel so bad for our friend. She got hit by the vid earlier this year. Now RSV. Man, girl, you've had a rough go.
Yeah, it's uncomfortable.
Yeah. Gotta get you healthy, girlfriend. She said it's rampant there at the moment. Oh, no. Love to Sew said, chili sounds good. It's 105 here. Let me tell you, ever since we came back from the boat or the ship, sorry, people. I call it a boat, you know that. It was so hot and humid when we were down in Texas and then all the places we went that even though it's like 80 degrees here, I'm cold. Like you guys can see I have a sweater on because I'm like freezing because they have the air conditioning on. They don't have it on cold, but I've just been freezing ever since I got back. So, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather put more clothes on because you can't take enough off.
Yeah.
I don't think Ingrid would have appreciated it if she came in the cabin and I was butt naked.
That had taken the friendship to a whole new level.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what we kind of did in a way, not naked, but by the end of the week, like I was like, dude, I'm changing my pants right here. I don't even care anymore. She's like, okay. Ingrid said, okay, so we'll have to multitask. No, I'm going to be cracking the whip. You got to work on my quilt. I'm just kidding. I was actually thinking that, Ingrid, that maybe we can put him up on the TV or something.
Yeah. Oh, though, if it's a virtual retreat, is it something that's paid for? Like that wouldn't be.
You know, that's a good question. I don't know, but I can talk to him when we see him and see what's up with that.
Yeah.
It might be. If it is, then we won't be able to put it up on the screen, but.
Yeah.
Ingrid said, I love his fabric line with all the bright colors. I agree.
Yep.
And I immediately, when I got back, went on Checker and pre-ordered. That was his New Worlds, and his new line coming out is the more jewel tones of the same colors. They're just a little darker. That's called Newer Worlds. And his line after that is going to be called Newest Worlds.
Love it.
So I already pre-ordered fat quarter bundles of his next line, Newer Worlds, and some 108 wide back.
Wow.
I fell in love with this fabric. And I tried to get New Worlds wholesale, but it was already gone, already sold out.
Really?
Mm-hmm. They're hoping to, with the colors and the patterns in it, to appeal to like EPP or FPPers and turn it into a basic.
Awesome.
So it will always be available. And I was like, yes, please.
Yeah.
So.
Well, just let them know I've already written a pattern for him in FPP. So
Cool.
Let's make it happen.
When you have the picture the way you love it, send it to me and I will forward it to him.
Oh my God.
So I can be like, This is what my FPP friend, that's amazing, came up with your fabrics. What do you think?
Make it a basic.
Yeah. I so want them to because it's so pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Will I be stocking the fabric in my shop? Yes. I will have the 108 and the fat quarter bundles. Not the individual bolts, because the Bendertex bolts are huge. Theirs come in bolts of 19 yards. So
Wow.
I just got fat quarter bundles because I think that fat quarters are really good for paper piecing, and I think his line is going to be really good for paper piecing. So.
Yep.
Hi, Candace. Great to see you. I can't get the paper to fold the way I want it to. It's resisting me.
Is it because it's so big?
Yeah. On the bigger pieces. Well, it's on her other shoulder, but the one it doesn't want to fold. There we go. So we have the next Alice block coming up on Sunday, but soon, I know we have Little Hooter again, but I cannot remember when.
Yes. I'll go back and look at the. Oh, I'm having feedback. Am I doing that?
What's that?
I could hear my voice twice.
Oh.
Hi, Monica. Welcome. You're in the way. I need you to keep moving there, kiddo. You're in the way of the camera, bud. Come on. Keep going. You know, not that way. That's the iron. You're gonna burn yourself.
Oh, don't burn yourself. No burning kitties.
Yeah, gotta go back and look at the email. This past one with the everybody, with all the ladies, to remember when that's gonna be.
Yeah, hopefully Philippa will be feeling better too, so she can join us.
Yeah. Gotta get her strength back.
No.
But if it was gonna happen, I'm glad it happened now and not in December.
Right? That's right, Philippa. You better be all healed for Christmas.
No sick shenanigans in December.
Yep. Oh, I think I lost Bob and Chicken.
Is it next weekend? Okay, full.
Oh, is it?
Really good.
Oh, the other thing that we need to talk about too is the next New York Beauty Block. So the next one is scheduled for, I believe it is June 18th.
18th, yep.
So as long as Shannon is available on the 25th, we are going to push it a week because Shannon is doing something super important on the 18th, which I love when she told me about it. So I'm going to let you tell everybody what you're doing. So just so you guys know, we're going to push that to the 25th, and I'm going to redo the calendar and put it on there so you guys know. But if you're doing the New York Beauty with us, not the 18th, the 25th of June.
Yep. So the 18th is there's a camp here close to town. It's in Frederick County, but they do a summer camp every year for foster children who are siblings that have been separated. So they're being fostered in separate houses. They have this summer camp that they come together and they get to have a summer camp together. So they get to spend these 2 weeks together. My comedy troupe, we're actually going to be going to the to the camp, and we had tossed around. We thought maybe we would just do a show, but how boring is a show of a bunch of old people in front of these like, 7 to 16-year-old kids? They don't want to see any of this that stuff. So we're gonna break it into like a workshop for them, where we're gonna have 3 different groups of the kids, and we're gonna like have them do their own skits, and then we're gonna have them come together at the end and show their skits to the entire camp. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so fun.
That is so awesome. I'm so excited for you and for the kids. I mean, what a wonderful thing you're doing for them.
The camp is fantastic. The fact that they're doing this for the kids is incredible.
For the foster kids, yes.
Yeah. It just makes me so happy. But to be able to be a part of it and to make it fun and have the kids be able to do funny things together and like have that build that like core memory kind of thing. Oh, so cool. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, I had to. That's not something I could say no to, and Stephanie was really, wasn't gonna say no. That's a pretty important thing. So we're just gonna.
You know me, anything for kids, I'm like, do it.
Yeah.
I would never be like, come on, Shannon.
I'm just gonna slide it. Slide it to the next weekend, or to the next Tuesday, which gives us just a little bit extra time to work on the blocks.
Yeah, to catch up other blocks, because I do have a few I need to complete. So. Jan said, "Oh, love me, kitty on sewing time."
Can't get away from them. Oh, here he comes again.
Oh, here he comes again.
Keep it moving.
He's so cute.
Harmonica, your big booty.
I will tell you, that was the hardest thing for me in Honduras. They didn't take us to the town. We kind of drove through it, past it. But there was a couple of little kids like on the side, sitting on the side of the road, and I just want to get off the bus and hug them and buy them clothing and give their parents money for food. Like,
yeah,
I wanted to take them home, actually. So
yeah,
I would just, that was hard to see those poor little babies.
Yeah.
So anything that supports kids, I'm down for.
That's the hard part about traveling, is that like you're going to all of the touristy spots because you only have so much time and stuff, and the juxtaposition of you being there doing all that and the struggles that the people that live there all the time go through. That's a hard thing.
It was hard. Yep. I struggled with a little guilt that day for having fun,
Yeah.
That was hard for me.
Oh, Alice is going to be so cute. I'm so excited about this so long.
Me too.
Getting it done.
We're only an hour in. I feel like I'm making good progress too. How about you?
Yeah. Well, we've had an eventful time here in Maryland for tornadoes. They verified 5 officially so far from the 5th.
Wow.
They haven't finished on those. And then we had some yesterday, and they haven't finalized any numbers on those. So I just
crazy.
Insane that we don't get tornadoes. Like it doesn't happen I mean, we've gotten tornadoes. There was really a bad one 20 years ago, outside of Baltimore, but 5 in a day is just insanity.
Yeah, that's wild. Actually, Keith was telling me today that they had a confirmed one by you guys that was like an F1 that was on the ground. I was like, oh my goodness. Just this weather has been so weird this year.
Yeah. The wildest thing.
Ingrid said, we tipped the locals that came in contact with very well. My hope is that the trickle effect to others in the community. Yes, we did.
Yeah.
They sort of, not so much in Cozumel, but definitely in Honduras and Costa Maya, the 2 other places we were. They definitely pretty much rely on the tourism to make money for their family. And they were telling us even that they have 2 seasons there. They call them low season and high season. I expected them to say like summer and like not summer.
Yeah.
But I suspect it's always hot there. And they said low season is when they only have 2 or 3 cruise boats a week, and high season is when they have 4 or 5 ships a day.
Oh, wow.
And I said, do you guys, I asked the tour guide, I said, do you guys like it when tourists are here, or are you like, because there's some places I've been there, they're like, oh, tourists again, you know, kind of thing.
Right. Yeah.
And she goes, no, especially in Honduras, that's their main income. They don't have, because we were on an island off the coast of mainland Honduras, and that island has nothing else. Like that's what they make their money from, is tourists.
Gosh.
And so she said, love it when tourists come. And we were in low season, so we were the only boat in that port. Now there's 2 ports there, so there was a boat, I think it was a Carnival boat on the other port, but that was like the 2 they were going to have for a while.
Oh, wow.
I was like, oh. So Philip says, seems like you guys have had so many tornadoes this year. I've been watching the news. The devastation they cause is heartbreaking. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely. So I guess the season itself officially didn't really start too much earlier, but the intensity of the storms started
and the amount
so much early.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And the amount of them. There's usually not this many.
Yeah.
Crazy. And in places that you don't normally see them, like by you guys.
Yeah. When I was looking at the ones that they've confirmed so far, and those weren't even the ones that were where I have friends who've lived, who were showing me the videos of them on the ground, like the one in Poolesville, like that wasn't even official yet. So I'm like, there's going to be so many more than just 5.
Yeah. So Philippa will remember this because she was with me last year at the Washington retreat, when bad storms hit my house, and that's when our whole neighborhood, except mine and our neighbors, had flooded basements because we had a battery backup for our sub pump. But so I was very grateful that my husband did that. But because my whole studio was in the basement. But when I was there, we were on our way home from eating dinner, and I was crying and almost had to stop driving because he called me and said they're in the basement because there's a tornado near the house.
Oh my gosh.
So it seems that every time I go away, there's something horrible that happens, because this time he texts me and he's like, yeah, we're in the basement. And we were on the boat. And he's like, there's a tornado on Bombhart Road, which is just a mile down the road from us.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It was going south, but they still, because of the winds and stuff, had to go in the basement. But I was like, are you kidding me? Like, every time I go away, something terrible happens.
Something happens. Yeah. Hey, Karen. Do you both watch Ryan Hall, y'all, for storm updates? No. I
do. Sorry.
You watch Ryan Hall?
I do not watch him, but my husband, Keith, does. My husband, he loves that stuff. He's like a weather junkie. He has like special radars to watch all the storms and the tornadoes and all that stuff.
I am a Reed Timmer stan back in the Storm Chaser days, so I still watch his stuff.
Oh, very cool.
He cracks me up. His level of excitement for everything that's happening is hysterical.
Yeah.
And then the stuff that he does for the people who are impacted by it, because it's a very exciting time if you're into weather like that, but then there's also people that are devastated. So,
well, that's what Keith, one time, he's like, they have like vacations based around storm chasing.
Yeah.
He's like, I'd love to do that. And I said, first of all, I don't want you dead because you chased a tornado. I said, second of all, is it really fun to watch people's homes being destroyed? Like, no. That just feels icky. And when I said it that way, he's like, oh yeah, you got a point.
Yeah.
So oh, Karen Burnett's here. Hi, Karen. Great to see you. She said hi, Stephanie and Shannon. And Philippa said, yeah, it was so scary. So close to your home, you were shaking. Yes. That was a mess.
Yeah.
I was crying and I was like, oh my gosh, my babies. And this time he didn't text me until like kind of after the tornado was passed, which I think that, I don't know why, but somewhat made it better, even though it's not better, but better because I already knew the danger was gone. But
right, yeah.
But I told him, I'm like, how is it that every time I leave home, you text me or call me and say there's some horrific storm? I'm like, you got to stop doing that.
You're just not allowed to have this happen anymore.
Why are you telling Mother Nature to do this and scare me to death?
Well, the one yesterday when I was like, oh, my animals.
I know. And Keith said the same thing I did. He's like, well, her animals will be fine because they know to run away or to hide or whatever. And he's like, depending on where it is, though, her house might not be. But he looked it up immediately. He's like, yeah, it's not right where her house is. So
yeah.
But it came close enough to be scary. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I understand that panic for sure. I love to sew said I use the Radar Omega weather app. The alerts are top notch. Cool. I'm not sure which one he used. I'll have to ask him now that you said that. He'll have it like when I had him look it up for you, Shannon, for your area.
Yeah.
He puts it on his like big monitor, so you see all this crazy stuff. Like,
oh, that's incredible.
Wow, yeah.
He's like really into it.
He's really into it. Mm-hmm. He actually, if he wouldn't have gone to school for engineering, he said he would have wanted to go to school for meteorology. So that makes sense. I'm surprised he didn't because he likes to talk a lot.
Army came unthreaded.
Oh, shucks.
Ladies, seriously? Goofballs. They're making as much noise as humanly possible.
That's okay. I think most people like hearing them anyway.
Grand old time together.
What's that?
They're just having a grand old time together.
Better than fighting, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's this, it's like rubber. It's a really tough rubber, but it's double-ended. So Sadie will have one end and Lulu will have the other end.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, they're funny. They enjoy it.
That's fun.
Sadie doesn't often fall for it with Lulu on that thing. So when she does, Lulu is like geeked out completely. Bless you.
Is that the puppy?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Little sneeze. Ingrid says she needs to find tougher chew toys for George.
For some dogs, they don't exist. Sadie will, anything that anybody has said is indestructible, Sadie has destroyed.
Yeah.
It may take a little bit more time, like a day instead of an hour, but there's no denying her when she's on a mission.
Yeah. I have a friend here who has a Doberman. And she's like, it's so sweet. I had to tell friends who kept bringing him toys over to not do it, even though it was so nice for them to do it. She goes, because literally they would give it to him, and in like 10 minutes, they were all torn up. It didn't matter what kind of toy it was. And she's like, I felt really bad because they like, oh, I got this cute toy, and it's like gone.
Yep.
Let's see. Philip said, I'm currently snuggled up under rock candy. Aw. I
Oh,
love
yay.
this quilt. It's cold outside this morning. Aw. Yay. I'm glad the quilt is keeping you warm, Philippa. That's nice to hear.
Love that.
Philippa says, Ingrid, have you tried goat's horns for George to chew on? Oh, I've never heard of that, but then I don't have a dog, so. We had a dog years ago. We had a Cavalier King Charles, and they're small, so I didn't have any of those.
Oh yeah,
big dog
they're
issues.
so pretty.
Yeah, he was so cute. So everybody that's in the chat, what are y'all up to this weekend? I'm being nosy. I want to know if anybody's doing anything fun.
Anybody getting out of town?
Yeah, I keep forgetting that it's kind of like officially summer now because we were on the cruise when it like, was Memorial Day weekend and June came along.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. They're really good for their teeth and last ages, said Philippa, the goat's horns. My pups have theirs for a couple months. Okay, Philippa, but your pups are this big.
That's what I was thinking.
Although I love your pups. They're so cute, but they're tiny. Ingrid said, no, but I will try those. I have moose and deer antlers that he likes sometimes, and those are tough. Jan said, sewing. Awesome.
Love that.
Yep. Always a good day when you can sew, right?
Yes. Good for my head, my heart.
Let's see. Karen said 3 G's this weekend: groceries, grass, and gardening. Awesome.
Love that.
I like it. The 3 G's. That's awesome. Philip has said, finally allowed out of bed, so definitely sewing, finishing quilting autumn chill, and auditioning fabric for the beach bum retreat. Awesome.
Nice. Ooh. I haven't taken a look at the white rabbit. Is he as big as this one?
I don't know. I think they're all pretty good sized, so
Yeah.
you might be. So I've got the center of her dress up here. That's the Peter Pan collar. And this is the top of her apron. And then her sleeves will go on like this eventually. Yeah.
So cute.
So I've got both the sleeves done. And now I'm going to start on the dress. So this is the dress. It's in two big pieces that will go together. This is the bottom of her dress. There we go. Getting there.
Yep.
How's it coming for you?
Good.
Good.
I'm finishing up the second shoulder.
Cool. Philippa said the white rabbit has a lot of holy moly small pieces.
Those are my favorite. I love the small pieces the best.
Yeah, actually, in a way, I think that the larger pieces can be trickier.
They're just so flop.
They flop. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Jan.
I love the tiny pieces in FPP. The tiny pieces drive me to distraction in Art East Quilt Company.
Well, the good thing about the dress, there's only, or the skirt part of the dress, there's only one big white section.
Yeah.
On each of the dress pieces. So then I can eliminate one color and not confuse myself.
Okay, ladies.
Are they wanting out?
No, we're just messing with each other.
Oh.
The audacity to be having fun when I'm trying to do something.
Right? It's funny because F1, which on this is this big white piece right here. And then the next piece after is a teeny piece here. So it's funny that there's this big piece and then it goes to a tiny piece.
Yeah.
I don't know why that struck me as funny, but it did. So do you ever use glue when you have like a great big piece like this to hold it in place?
I will, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Or I'll pin it. Just depends on what I've got at hand.
Yeah. And Jan said your dog sounds hilarious.
And they're not even playing with a toy now. They're just mouthing at each other. Weirdos.
Oh.
So weird. No, that's not big enough. What are you tearing up, Lilu? Better go lay down. I didn't like the sound of whatever it was that was tearing. Sounds like something you shouldn't be doing. Viciously, like something you shouldn't be doing. Sadie is so like she's at this point so well trained. She just immediately laid down. Like, it wasn't me. It was her. I wasn't doing nothing.
She knows how to take the blame off herself, huh?
Yep. Like, did you see what that crazy girl was doing? Ooh, I all of a sudden got hungry.
Ooh. What are we having?
I don't know. I had the ever exciting macaroni and cheese for lunch today.
Oh.
Some spaghetti for dinner. Spaghetti sounds yummy.
Mm. You know what sounds really yummy to me is pizza.
Yeah, pizza would be good. Pizza's always welcome in this house. I think Lilo went upstairs to tell on me.
Oh, that's funny.
I just heard Lauren go, "What you doing, Lilo?"
Oh, I was gonna ask you if Lauren was up there. Mama yelled at me. She said I couldn't play while she's sewing.
Tattletale.
That's funny.
He likes a snitch. What is that?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, these big pieces are hard to fold.
Yeah.
All right, y'all, if you're doing this at home, it's tricky to fold these pieces on the dress, on the skirt part of the dress. This is a big piece.
There we go. Here's shoulder number 2. Shoulder number 1.
Oh, nice. Oh, I like your fabric colors.
I went a little bit darker than you did.
So, yeah, I didn't go by what the diagram said. I used Bella Solids, but I used kind of like what I had.
Yeah.
So yeah, yours are a little bit darker, but I like that.
I think in real life, I think her dress is paler, more like your pale. But I went with what was in those fat quarter packs. So
yeah, no worries. It's up for interpretation.
Yeah.
I didn't have any of the like exact, except the background fabric. I didn't have any of the exact color names that they stated for the Bella Solids.
Yeah.
So I just found colors that were somewhat similar, but it'll be fine. It'll work out just fine.
It'll be peachy.
Yep.
Ooh.
I'm trying not to buy just random stuff anymore, because when I started cleaning my sewing room before I went on the cruise, which I need to get back to it again, I found that I had a lot of random bits and pieces of like even basics, but like this fabric line or that fabric line, because I was like at the moment, oh, this is pretty, but now I really have nothing to put it all together with, right?
Gotcha.
So I've decided, except for like kits and stuff, I'm not gonna buy just random fabric anymore. I'm gonna try to use what I have.
Yep.
And use it up. And then if I need something to go with it, I might have to buy a piece. But I had the colors I'm using now, plus I had these two like fat quarter bundles of Bella Solid. So I'm like, I'm gonna try to make this whole project from these bundles.
Yeah.
With the exception of background, just because there's more of it.
Yeah, make it work.
Mm-hmm. So that's why my colors aren't looking exactly like what they said to use, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I was tempted though when I saw the list of art gallery fabric, because it's art gallery fabric.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was like, no, be good. Behave yourself.
Stick to what you said.
Huh?
You got to stick to what you said.
Mm-hmm. Like there's a gal who comes to the sew day. Her name is Sue. She might be out there, I don't know. And Jan knows her. And she loves Gudrun Erla
Mhm.
so much. And she always talks about her color club. And every time she talks about it, I go over there and look at it and I go, no, you don't need any more. Like they're beautiful, but you don't need any more random like stuff that's not for a specific project because you already have too much.
Yeah.
But she tempts me every time.
Yeah, the temptresses and tempters on those sew days.
Yes.
Steven just jumps right in, giving us the links to all the stuff.
I know. Of course, the gals tonight were talking about that dragon fruit, but that, see, that to me, like that's a whole kit, right?
Yeah.
And it's a block of the month, so I'll get it a piece at a time. So I'm not going to have a bunch of junk laying all over, you know. So
Yeah.
that's a little different. But you guys may have tempted me because I am going to go look at it when we're done. I really like it. Jan said Sue is the closet enabler. She is, because Sue is she is the nicest and sweetest lady. And she never says ever, like, go buy this. She just tells us about stuff and we're like, oh, we need that. She's the one who got us all started on those bags to store our quilts in. And a
Yeah.
whole
Oh,
bunch of us have now
yeah.
purchased those. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. I'm one of them. I bought those bags too. Yep.
Yep. Valerie said, I'm stable, stash accumulation beyond life expectancy, so I'm trying not to buy any more fabric. Yeah. It's so hard because new stuff comes out and you're like, oh, pretty, and you want it. But yeah.
Yeah, people need to start listening to when I said no more new patterns and no more new fabrics until I can catch up.
Right? Stop the presses, stop the fabric production, stop the pattern production.
There needs to be a moratorium. I cannot keep up.
Sorry, Shannon.
Well, you've got something coming up soon too, don't you?
What's that? Oh, something new?
Yeah.
I have two new things coming up. So, I have my fall project box that's going to come out probably in the next week for pre-order. Yay. And then, I wrote a pattern for Corey Yoder's Starberry fabric line, and her fabric came right as I left for vacation for the quilt cruise. So, I'll probably release that in the next week or so as well. So, yeah.
Yep. So Stephanie doesn't even listen to my desire to stop.
The Sue is oh, Jan said, I agree. I love those ladies. I love them. And the Wednesday sew day, because we've had some new people, but we have mostly the same people over and over again. It feels like a guild, like of friends, and we're just getting together and sewing, and everybody's so great. I love the ladies who come, Jan and Sue and all the ladies there. So it's been so fun. Jan said, I'm smiling away here. Yay. With smiley kitty faces. So Jan. Philippa said, yep, Sue is the best for suggestions. And I love to sew says, so many runaway squirrels. I must chase them all, right?
Yeah.
Jan said, I so agree. Yep. I genuinely missed all of you, Jan, while I was gone last week. And if we would have had better Wi-Fi, I would have popped into the So Day, but it wasn't great. So. Plus, we were holding sloths at that point, so, you know, there's that too.
Y'all never stood a chance.
But I know Jan, because she's an animal lover, she would be okay with that.
Yeah. Oh, dropping everything.
Philippa said, such a fantastic group. I love our Wednesday sewing. Brings a smile to my face. Me too. We missed you this week, Philippa. And to all of you out there that have not come to our Wednesday Sew Day, if you can't, totally understandable because of work and that. But if you can, we'd love to have you. We love to grow our little group. It's fun. Jan said they were awesome because the ladies were chatting about the days when they were younger. I love it. Awesome. You know what helps you sew better? If you put your presser foot down.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that.
I was like, why won't it go?
I've heard the experts talk about that before. Yeah.
What's that?
I've heard the experts talk about that before. Yeah.
Yep.
You want to have the foot down.
Oh, I am dropping stuff all over the place. I'm a hot mess, you guys. So it's 7:20. We're going to wrap up at 7:30. So I will just talk for a few minutes and I'll let Shannon remind you of some stuff too for a few minutes as we are working on our pieces here a bit. So tomorrow, I am super, super excited about tomorrow's live. Not that I wasn't for tonight too, because I got to sew with my friend. But I'm really looking forward to doing the cruise wrap up. We're going to tell you everything from our travel to and from to the time on the boat. Bring your questions. If you guys have any questions about a quilting cruise, how it works, or a cruise in general, if you've never been on a cruise, because there were several people that not only was it their first time at a retreat, but their first time on a cruise. So they had two brand new things. We're going to tell you all about everything that we found out. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. We're going to tell you what we thought we could have left at home, if there's anything that we wished we had, which really wasn't because we brought everything. But we're going to tell you the good and everything. We're not going to sugarcoat anything if there's anything bad, which there wasn't really, but well, the travel, but that was a whole different story. That wasn't the cruise's fault. But there's always an upside to everything, and so we'll tell you that story too, because there was an upside to the travel mishaps. So very excited about that tomorrow right here on my channel live at 5 p.m. Eastern time. I always forget to say Eastern. I apologize because I don't think about it. Just most of my friends, like Ingrid and Shannon and Stephen and Russ, were all in Eastern. So I don't think about other time zones. So I apologize for that. But Eastern time. Thank you, Jan. She said, bless you. Oh, my grandma's dolls. Yeah, Jan, I can bring them on Wednesday, a few of them, and show you. We were talking about dolls on Wednesday, and my grandmother had a big collection of Madame Alexander dolls.
Oh, cool.
And I've got like 30 or 40 of them. So I'll bring some, Jan, on Wednesday. So really excited to do that tomorrow. Ingrid's going to be there, of course, because she was my partner in crime on the cruise, and Shannon, we roped her into it. Somehow she agreed to come because she did play a part in the travel. So we're going to have her on, and then we'll talk about what's next, because we are going on to another of Stitch in Heaven's retreat. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow as well. And then, let's see, like I said, New York Beauty moved from the 18th to the 25th because Shannon's got her important event to do, which supports foster care children. So definitely want to support her at that. So we're going to move. That. That's way more important than any sewing. So
I'm so excited to be a part of it.
I'm so happy to hear about that, and that you are a part of that, because I know you're going to bring joy to all those kiddos. So that's tomorrow, and then I'll let Shannon take over to tell you what's going on Sunday.
Well, yeah, Sunday we'll be back to the Whimsy Wonderland. We'll be working on the rabbit. And so Philippa was saying that there's a lot of small pieces. Those are my favorite. So we'll get to do some tiny piecing on Sunday with FPP. Oh. So that'll be fun. And that's at 11 a.m. Eastern. So back over on my channel. And awesome. I'm excited to see how big that block is, because I don't know why. I mean, I have all the information. I just didn't read it.
It looks like if I'm reading this correctly, is going to be 12 by 20, and this one is 18 by 21. So not as wide, but definitely still as tall.
Yeah.
So still a good size, and she's not wrong about little pieces.
Yay!
But that's okay. I've just pulled out his pattern now. So this is the guy that we're going to work on Sunday. Right here.
Yes. Oh, the little mouth and nose. Oh, yay. Yeah, that's going to be fun.
And the little bow tie. How cute is that?
Yeah.
I love it. Oh. So Sunday on Shannon's channel, SleighArts, and I'm going to put the link for that in the chat now, although I'm pretty sure all of you here are already subscribed to her. But if you are not, that's the way you can find her really easily. Go on over there, subscribe, hit the notification button, so when she goes live at 11 a.m. on Sunday, you can come visit with us. We'd love to visit with you. But like I said, for Saturday, have your questions ready. We are so excited to share with you, but we really, really want you guys to ask your questions so we can answer anything. And it was a very good week, but a long week, but also a very fast moving week at the same time. I know that sounds really weird that it was long, but it's fast at the same time. So I'm quite sure between the two of us, we still will forget things that we wanted to tell you, or maybe forget things that we think quilters should know. So if there's something that you want to know about a quilting cruise, definitely bring your questions in case we forget. So we're trying to remember everything to tell you guys, but I think that's kind of impossible to remember every single detail, but.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So yeah. But very excited. Nice thing with both of you. Thank you. Take care. Thank you, Jan.
Thanks, Jan.
It's great to see you tonight. Hope to see you tomorrow. Hi, Janice. Great to see you. We're about ready to go, but you can join us tomorrow night for the live at 5 p.m. Eastern, right here on my channel. We're going to go over the quilting cruise, or on Shannon's channel on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern time to sew our next block, the white, non-white rabbit.
So it Wonderland Hopper? I can't remember what the name of it was, but yeah.
Yeah, Wonderland Hopper, he's called. So from now until then, I've got the whole top part of the Alice dress done. I've got this part of her skirt done, which is not one side yet. And then I have to do the other side. So I'm going to attempt to get it done before Sunday so we can show it.
Yeah, I'll do the same. I'll try to get
see how that goes.
I'll try to get her done because I have the top pieces almost all the way done and haven't started the skirt yet, but
yeah,
I'll try to get that done tomorrow before.
Nice. So we got a question really quick. Philippa said, so nice to spend time with you both. You too, sweetheart. We missed you. I love to sew, said Stephanie. It's been a minute since I caught a live. Do you have any virtual sewing retreats coming up like the one you and Shannon did in the past? So we do have one coming up June 23rd, but registration for that one is already closed. That closed June 1st. But Shannon's got one coming up in July. She's going to have basically a bring your own FPP project. If you do FPP and there's been anything that you haven't been able to finish or you've been struggling with, Shannon's going to help you. So you can tell more about that.
Yeah, it's a BYOFPP. So it's going to be a small class structure so that if you are struggling, if there's things that you have questions on, you can't figure out, the smaller size, so I'll be able to individually help everybody, which is really important to me because I want to make it make sense. And you'll have to have your camera on so I can see what you're doing, so I can make sense of what it is that you have the question on. So gotta have Zoom, but that registration is going to go live tomorrow morning. And the retreat is for July 27th. It's a Saturday. It'll be 10 a.m. We'll come on like half an hour early at 9:30 to say hey to everybody. But then start sewing at 10 a.m. Well, officially start sewing at 10 a.m. I'm sure we'll be sewing at 9:30. But, and then wrap up at 5 so that we don't miss out whatever Stephanie has got going on that Saturday evening. So we'll awesome. Spend a good 7 hours together. Feel free to take your lunch whenever, to do whatever. If you're at a spot that you don't have a question, you can turn off your camera and, holler at your husband, whatever you got, whatever you need to do.
I love it.
But I'm excited about it. And I'm excited to give the opportunity for folks. I know that I've had a lot of people say that they've gotten an FPP project and then they just were intimidated by it and they hid it away. So it wasn't judging them anymore. Yeah. I want you to pull that stuff out and we'll get it figured out together.
I think that's so awesome that you're giving them that platform to be able to actually get questions answered like immediately, right?
Yeah.
That's great that you can help people like that. So yeah.
Appreciate that.
I'll be there. I hope you guys will come too.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fun day. So yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Janice said, sorry, I was late. I have a special needs grandson that I watch a few days a week. I just got home. Oh, no worries. Not at all. No. I completely understand. If anybody does, I do. I have 4 children and 1 special needs, and their needs take precedent over anything. So yeah.
Yep.
No worries. Mm-hmm. So, all right. Well, I think that's it. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll see you on Sunday. You're going to get a whole weekend of us.
Yay!
We'll show you how far we got on the dress on Sunday, and then we'll start the rabbit.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy we're finally starting this project.
I know. Now that I've started, I'm like, oh, it's really cute. I'm so happy.
And Philippa, for the last comment of the day, she says, you're a brilliant teacher, Shannon. That was me. You have given me confidence. Awesome.
Oh, thank you so much. That means so much.
Yep. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.